The fourth enemy is distraction. It steals greatness not through failure, but through fragmentation. It divides your focus into so many small pieces that nothing of depth can ever grow. The world today is engineered for interruption. Every sound, every screen, every notification is a tug on your attention, and every tug has a cost. Progress requires deep concentration, but distraction scatters the mind until your energy leaks away. You cannot build a strong future with a divided focus. Most people aren't losing because they lack ability. They're losing because they can't stay with one thing long enough. They start something with fire, then shift, then scroll, then check, then pause. And by the end of the day, the power of their intention has been diluted into noise. Distraction is subtle. It often disguises itself as productivity. It says, just one more message, just one quick update, just a few minutes. But those minutes, multiplied by days, turn into stolen years. The enemy isn't always laziness. It is dispersion. A mind pulled in 10 directions cannot master one. Progress requires the courage to say no to the noise, to the trends, to the invitations that do not serve your mission. Every yes must have a reason. Every minute must have a purpose. If you want to measure a person's potential, look at what captures their attention, because attention is the currency of achievement. Wherever your attention flows, results will follow. There is a discipline to focus. It's not about force, it's about clarity, knowing what matters most and protecting it as if your future depends on it. Because it does. Ask yourself, what have distractions been costing you? The half-read books, the unfinished plans, the projects that started strong and faded away? Each one is a reminder that the battle for focus is never over. The greatest performers in any field share one trait: single-minded pursuit. While others chase variety, they chase mastery. They learn to say no, not because they are rude, but because they understand the profound value of attention. Focus doesn't come from wishing, it comes from design. Design your space, design your time, design your habits, so that distraction has nowhere to live. Create boundaries for your attention, and you will find that progress accelerates, not because you are doing more, but because you are doing what matters most. Every time you pick up the phone instead of the pen, every time you open a screen instead of a book, ask one simple question: does this serve the mission? If it doesn't, it is not neutral, it is negative. You don't conquer distraction by removing every noise from the world. You conquer it by training your mind to stay on course. Focus is a muscle. It strengthens with repetition and weakens with neglect. Progress demands concentration. It grows where energy is directed and dies where attention is divided. So guard your focus, like the treasure it is. Say no more often. Let silence become your strategy. Let depth replace speed. The shallow always looks busy, but it never breaks new ground. Depth is what builds. Focus is what finishes. Distraction is cheap. Focus is expensive, but only one of them pays. And the fifth and most seductive enemy is comfort. Comfort feels harmless. It even feels deserved. It tells you, you've earned the right to relax, to slow down, to take it easy. And before you know it, that comfort becomes a cage, soft on the inside, unbreakable on the outside. Comfort convinces you that good enough is success. It whispers that growth can wait, that ambition can rest, but progress never lives where comfort rules. Because comfort and challenge cannot coexist for long. One will always push the other out. Every life reaches that quiet turning point, where comfort begins to sound reasonable. The climb feels steep, the goal feels distant, and comfort offers a shortcut. Stay here, it says. It's safe. And that is the danger. It is safe. safe from failure, safe from criticism, safe from discomfort. But it is also safe from growth, safe from achievement, safe from becoming who you were meant to be. The soil of all progress is struggle. Every form of advancement, physical, mental, financial, spiritual, requires friction. Muscles only grow through resistance, skills only sharpen through use, character only strengthens through challenge. The comfortable person begins to drift. They lose their edge, their hunger, their urgency. They may still look busy, but the fire is gone. They have traded pursuit for preservation. And preservation has never produced progress. Comfort's greatest weapon is its subtlety. It doesn't demand surrender. It suggests rest. It says, you've done enough for now, and maybe you have for the day. But comfort never knows when to stop. What begins as rest becomes routine. What begins as balance becomes complacency. There is nothing